swear to God, I keep hearing something. This is where I heard something when I was walking in the first time, and he might have been in here and then just boogied out when I didn't see him. So, oh, the hunt is on. Being out on the water, paddling a boat, doing what we love to do, there's nothing better. This was one of the best hunts of my life. Spent 20 days out hunting with a longbow. My friends, new friends, old friends. What an experience.
See the one? Yeah. I don't know if I should cow call or not, or bull call. I think I'll just wait and see what this bull does. There's two of them on that little willow line there. And there's a lake on the other side. Cousin just cut through the meadow. Wind's coming our way in our favor. We got movement. Cousin's doing some calling.
As I was walking out to those two bulls, I got busted by this big bull and a cow. I looked behind me, and there they were, staring at me. Lesson learned. Had my eyes set on those ones out in the flat, and wasn't thinking about the other animals in the area. Time to move on. Cover's blowing.
That bigger bull stepped into the woods.
Got to see some moose, and some big moose, close. Super cool. Just a matter of time here. Right in our backyard, having a great time. Hope Clay killed a moose up there. I'm trying hard down here, so. After hunting with Clay and Roger for a week, 10 days, I went down to the cabin. Well, a little recap while I let my boat warm up here. We went down to the cabin yesterday because my door was open, and threw my bow and arrow in the boat just because it's what you do. You know, it's one of those things. Like, I've been looking for moose with the bow for the last 10, 12 days or something like that, and sometimes when you're looking for something so hard, you just got to take a little break from it, whether it's your keys or your favorite baseball cap or whatever it is that's missing around your yard or your house, and you're like, I know where that is, but I cannot find it. And just like, finally you're just like, heck with it, I'm gonna do something else. I'm done looking for this thing. So it's kind of how I was with hunting moose with the bow. Not totally done, but just take a little break, man. Do something else. Take a ride. Don't worry about it. And but throw your bow in just in case, So we called a little bit from the cabin. We thought we heard some breaking in the branches kind of parallel in the river there. Nothing really mounted out of that. So we went to the tree fort. And that's and I got up on top of there, and I could see one cow in a lake out there. And she must have had a few long nights or whatever, because she didn't care at all about me calling or anything. She was just out there feeding, drinking water, and barely even lifted her head when I called. But I called and I called and I called, and the wind was blowing out of the north, kind of the northwest, like kind of like this. I kept calling and calling, and we're up there for like 40 minutes, and Ryder was ready to go home, getting late, and I said, well, let's just give it 13 more minutes till 7:30. About 7:32, I started hearing grunting across the slough here, which is over here. And so I was like, let's get down by the cabin and see what happened. So we got down here and it was loud. It was like, oh, oh. And they were just right across the other side of those birch trees, one bull. So I was like, well, we're here, we're at the cabin, we use what you got, type of deal. So we hid kind of behind our couple solar panels we have here for our off-the-grid power at our little cabin down here. We sort of hid behind there and stuck our heads out, and you can see that bull horns flashing in the slough across. And I was like, man, I wonder where this thing's gonna cross. And sure enough, he came straight across, just like
The moose. Sneak right up. And he's coming out of the water. Punched him deep, right behind the shoulder.
Oh, but he still got the bow in him.
Huh?
He still got the arrow in him.
Yeah. It went all the way in though. Let's see if we can find it.
Okay.
So Ryder stayed behind there. I snuck around here, and that's where I got the shot right there. And the bull took off through the brush that way. Last night I picked up its blood trail. And it started getting pretty dark, so I just thought, well, tomorrow's another day, hope it doesn't rain. It didn't rain, so I'm back here, and hopefully I find this thing laid down somewhere, bled out. So that's where I'm at now. I guess this is the tracking portion of bow hunting that you got to do at times. A little different for me, I'm not really super digging it, because when I kill a moose, I want it down. I'm a bit lifelong rifle hunter, lifelong Alaskan, and there's a reason why a lot of people hunt with rifles in Alaska, and it's to put these big animals down where you see them, because they could take some punishment. So I'll give it, if it takes a few days, I'll just keep on tracking and find this animal. So I'm back on top of my tree fort, and what I'm doing here is I'm just watching before I start beating that brush, making a bunch of noise walking through there. I'm just gonna observe for 10-15 minutes, see if there's any other bulls out there, glass the area real well, see if I can see any horns sticking up, or hear any brush crashing, or just kind of take it all in here for a little bit. I got such a good vantage point here. It just makes sense to be able to look out in this area where that blood trail was. Ravens flying or picking up off of something or whatever it may be. I'm just looking for a few minutes here just to see what's out there before I get down low. And once I'm in that brush, I can't see anything. I can only see 20 feet in front of me. Alright, so I found this blood trail again. Here's a little leaf right here that got some blood on it. See a little blood on some grass right here. He's heading out that way. He's stuck somewhere. You got a lot of moose out here, so you gotta be damn sure that's the one you hit. So that's the thing. Just because you see a moose standing there doesn't mean anything. You gotta see an arrow sticking out of it. You gotta determine that thing's wounded. So I'll stay on this blood trail. Hopefully I find more and more blood. Everything's got a little red on it like that. See, that's just the time of the year, some of that stuff. So see a little bit of red, but hopefully it starts bleeding more. It's not a whole bunch of blood, but I know I hit him good. Hopefully he's bleeding more. Find where he laid down last night. Alright, I lost the blood trail there for a little while, so I just got on the best track I could, most used game trail, more or less. Walked down it 100 yards or so, and I'm back in the blood here. You can see a lot of blood down there. Grass, up the grass. He's bleeding pretty good. It looks like I got a little blood up there. Kind of confused though. He either turned right here. I shot him in the right side, so he either turned right here and went through there, or he's making circles, because if he was just walking by this game trail, he wouldn't have blood on that side unless there's an exit wound. But I don't think that arrow went all the way through. So it's always, remember what side you hit it on, what side of the trail the blood's on. It gives you an idea which way that animal's walking. With the grass bent over in one direction, he could very well be walking right back towards me, and I'm going the wrong way if he's making a big loop or something. But that's yet to be determined. Tall grass nation. More blood here. Hopefully we find this thing soon. So you hear something out here. I thought I heard ears slapping. Kinda just intermittent movement. I'm still on the blood here, just a little bit. And you're damn right, I brought my 45-70. Alaskan first, bow hunter second. Maybe getting into some new stuff here, but I'm not quite that gung-ho yet. Wounded animal. Give me a big bore. Okay, right here's the most blood I've seen so far. Pretty sure that's him laying down up there somewhere. I cannot see him, but I can hear him kind of groaning and flopping his ears and stuff. So I'll get up there. I don't want to spook him. I don't want him to jump up and go for that other run. The slew's just right on the other side of those cottonwood trees, so it's not too bad on the back. If I can keep him over here, that's why I'm coming in from the lake side. So if he does run, he's got to go towards the slough, which is closer to my bow, instead of out to that flat. Well, I've been following that blood and found a couple good spots where it was bleeding heavy. And then it just kind of went dry, just a drop. And I got my bow marked the last place I saw blood. I've been making big circles around it, seeing where I'm missing it. And I am not finding any more blood. So, I'm just gonna have to make my circles bigger and trust my instincts on what a wounded moose would do. And it seemed like it was heading in a direction, and it was on a pretty good path, old path. I'm just not seeing any blood, but it does hit some sections of like muddiness and kind of where you wouldn't see blood, short grass. But I walked up probably a quarter mile, seeing if I seen any where I got into tall grass again. Didn't see any blood in it. But I see one spot where he either fell down or laid down, and it looks like there's blood on both sides of him, like he's briskets down, and then there's two patches that are probably, it's not pools, but it's patches of blood that are probably 18 inches by 6 inches long on each side. So he's hit good. I haven't seen any foam or any pink, like lung type stuff yet. So I'm just gonna have to increase my area. I've come out to the slough. I'm kind of working between the slough and a section of lakes, and I just gotta be out here just to find some more signs. So that's the update. I think he's still moving. I swear to God, I keep hearing something. This is where I heard something when I was walking in the first time, and he might have been in here and then just boogied out when I didn't see him. So, oh, the hunt is on. Right there. That's where he's sitting. Did what I said not to do, and I walked out there towards that bowl of the sea. What it was, I just couldn't sit and watch. I had to know if it was the wounded bull or not. Well, I was walking out there, I couldn't see him, but he winded me, or he's on high alert. And anyways, I seen a bull going to the left, going good. Nothing wrong with him. Shit, that's not him, I thought. He turned back to his right, went through some trees, and then faced me and looked at me from about 100 yards, and I thought, yeah, you're not the right one. Well, then he turned and started walking broadside to me, and I threw up my binoculars, and I'll be damned if there wasn't a streak of blood down his shoulder. No arrow. Fuck. So I grabbed my rifle. By that time, he was probably at 150 yards, 175 yards, shot twice, missed. Little short-barreled 45-70 with ghost sights. I was kind of shot in the dark, but what the hell. Missed him twice, and he was off to the damn races. So, found my moose. I think he's going to be just fine. He quit bleeding. I went and looked right where he was laying down. There was no blood, no nothing. So I must not have sunk that arrow deep enough, or it might have caught a little bit of that shoulder blade or something. Stop it from going into his vitals. So it was all like real bright red blood that I was tracking. I didn't see any lungs at all. So 5 hours later, a few miles, found the moose. Moose is going to be fine. Pride's a little hurt, but go again. See what happens. I'm just maybe got to be a little closer. I was thinking I was maybe 15 to 18 yards when I hit that moose. I draw this bow at about 60 pounds. I knew I should have shot a little high, but I didn't, and I know it wasn't that bad, but maybe I hit that shoulder blade just a little bit, or maybe I clipped a rib just a little bit going in there, and just enough to where it didn't get into his vitals. So anyways, I guess that's bow hunting. Keep on rolling. So as I'm walking back a couple miles, mile and a half, whatever it is, through the grass, a little discouraged. Didn't end how I wanted it to for my first time shooting at a moose with a bow. But I was just thinking about all the good things, and big thing was having a rider out there with me, being able to film that, calling in 2 bulls and seeing him cross the slough, just experiencing all that with him, and excitement of that. He doesn't always like going on hunts, and definitely doesn't like being filmed, but having him there was awesome. That was probably my favorite part of the whole hunt, was just being able to experience that with him, that excitement, and, having your kids out. That's a good thing. There's another hole. And then being able to call in 2 bulls, and have them come to you, and have them come to your call and see animals. That's another win. You're got that going, and then hitting the animal, maybe just hitting it a little bit wrong, or just from a little bit too far of a distance, or I know my broadheads were sharp and all that, but everything's got to fall right into place, and that just didn't on that one. And then being out here, seeing more bulls, being able to find that animal, it wasn't laying down waiting for me, I'll tell you that. It wasn't even close to dying. I just stumbled upon it, kinda. I gave up on the blood trail just went away, but kinda just started covering ground and thinking, well, I'm gonna go where I'm the majority, where I see these moose a lot, and just see what happens, and trust your instinct on it. So that was a big win for me, is being able to find that animal again. It's a lot of country out here, and a lot of moose. I wish I could have knocked it down, or wish it wouldn't have been able to get up, is what I wish. That it would have just stayed there and waited for me to walk up, finish it off, but that didn't happen. So walk back and see what else we see. Enjoy the day, enjoy being out. Day 3, here we go again. I'm just coming down from the tree fort. Glassed for about 45 minutes. Didn't see anything out there, but I called to see if something would stand up, kind of hoping that that other bull that was kind of hanging out with him would come out or stand up. He was a really good friend. Maybe he was hanging out with his wounded buddy, but no good signs. The little 35-inch bull walked in. Couldn't really see his right side really good, but he was moving really well, and he was a little smaller. I think that one that got the arrow stuck in him is about 45 inches maybe, and this guy was closer to 40, 38, 40, so that wasn't him. So I'm gonna put away the spotting scope, jump in my boat, peek my head into this flat here and there and just glass and see if I can see any animals laying down. Oh, up in a tree, probably about, I don't know, 18, 20 feet. Looking out over some flats. I got one big bull across the slough still. Another one's out here calling. I haven't seen him yet. And I'm looking out that way, across all that. Seeing if I see any horns. I spotted that bull right over there the first time at the end of that lake. So, keep looking. I'm looking at just a section of flat. She brought my saw with me to cut off some of these limbs. Of course, it's in my boat. Nothing, no horns. So I'm looking close to the next edge of all those brush. That's where they kind of lay up. Just hoping I see the top of horns somewhere, or moose laying in there. Nothing yet. So what I'm going to do is I walked all the way up the flat that way. I'm going to walk all the way through the thick thorn brushes along the slough back to my boat. I know right where this tree is. I'll pull my boat up to here, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll walk up a mile, half mile, whatever it is, look, and then walk back to my boat in the brush. So on that map, I shot that moose south into that black track line. Tracked it all the way up. Last place I seen it was the north end of that track line. Just kept working my way between that slough and the flat over and over again for day 3 and day 4. Climbing trees, looking, glassing, still no moose. Still trying to find this thing. Day 4. Thought I got lucky. A bunch of crows making a whole bunch of noise right below my cabin. But again, investigating, some brown bear killed the moose and buried it all. Fucking sketchy. There's a bunch of birds around. I don't think he's around anymore, but he's got to be close. I don't think that's my moose because I don't see any birds unless they're buried in that pile of shit. Everything's got to eat. There's that brown kill right there. Lake's right there. My cabin's right over there. River's right here. Birds everywhere. He must have just killed this thing last night. Not only am I tracking a wounded moose, now I'm tracking a wounded moose with a grizzly bear in the area. It's just one thing after another with this hunt. Thought I got lucky, but I knew better once I seen all those birds. This is a fresh brown kill. Gotta keep my eyes out. At this point of a hunt, you got so many questions going through your head. Is the animal still alive? Is it laying down somewhere? Is it dead? Did the brown bear find it? Did it cross the slough? So many different things. Is it fine? Did it just move on? Did it not hit that bad? Did it shake off that arrow? You know, I just don't know. I just want to keep on looking. I look again day 5, nothing. 3 or 4 hours with Roger, climbing banks, looking on both sides of the slough. I'm just beside myself on not being able to find this animal until. Okay, I brought my good luck charm to the cabin today. We're like day 6 or 7. This was a lost count. And, came out here just to check on the cabin, check on that grizzly kill. And I got up here on top of my tree fort, looked out there, and there's a moose walking out there, probably about half a mile. I start glassing him, and I'm going, holy smokes, that looks like my moose. And I'm looking probably about half a mile, I'd imagine, half a mile across here. And I'm trying to tell if he's hit or not. And it's hard, even through a spotting scope, it's tough. But I'm pretty darn sure I could see a line of old blood down. It looks like what happened is I hit him a little high and maybe in his scapula just a little bit, like he was outreached when he was walking. And I squeezed it off. Then he took a stride and whacked him and got him there. Wasn't open and probably just shot 5 inches high. So,
about the moose kill?
Yep, we got the grizzly kill out there. I was going to walk out there and see, but now I'm focused on this. So Roger's bringing a canoe, and we're going to paddle out and see if we can get on this thing. Sydney's in for the adventure.
Am I?
He's right there laying down now. You can barely see his horns in that spotting scope. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go get a canoe, lose him, watch him stand up. So I'm staying here while Roger gets the canoe. So I can keep an eye on this guy. Sydney's got a fire started in the cabin. Cousin's here with the canoe. And our bowl is out there in the middle of those cool big trees in the middle of it, again right in front of them. Alright, just walking out here. Roger's in front of me, he's pushing the canoe, and we're gonna paddle across this lake, that opening thing, pull the canoe out, portage it, put it back in. We're heading straight to those trees over there. Trying to get over there before the moose stands up. That grizzly kill's right over there. Haven't seen him or her yet though.
Have to be extra gentle. We have to go around this side here.
I'm sitting in the back.
Oh, are you?
I might as well till we get over there. Okay. I mean, I'm heavier.
Yeah.
It might make sense.
Nothing makes sense at this point. Nothing makes sense at this point.
I usually just stand up and paddle.
Stand up and paddle, that's what they do.
I see it.
I've never been in a canoe for about 30 years.
Oh, that's what I wanted to hear.
All natural though, baby.
You do all the paddling. I'll just steer. Wind settled down for us. Okay, made it. Drug it across there. Putting it in here.
go through that little inlet right over here. And it's right there. That bull's still laying down over there. That bull's right there, but he's facing the wrong way. I want to make double sure that's the one I hit with bow and arrow. But he's been standing there like that for like 3 or 4 minutes anyways. He's just acting kind of sick. But, you know, he could be hurt from biting or anything, so I can't just, I don't want to just jump to conclusions, but he just keeps on doing that. Laying back down right there. He took 2 steps and then just laid down. Roger, I think we'll just wait right here, man. Just wait for him to stand back up. Shaky. That's gotta be him, huh? You see how hunched up he was and everything when he was standing? Just took a couple steps and he just laid right back down. I guess we could try to go on hard ground, but shit, I don't want him to get a burst of energy and run over to the next lake. This would be the place to get him right here. We could be in the water.
At this point, this bull was laying down over there, and the last thing I wanted to do was get in the canoe and then not be able to shoot it if it stands up. Do we move or do we stay?
We paddled across. That bull's just right on the other side of the brush right here. We want to have a really good look at him. We think it's him, but we don't want him to go back into this lake or cross. It's just more work for us if we end up having to take him here. So we're going to sneak up, try to get close. We can't see him right now, though.
in the moments before shooting this animal, just wanted to be calm, apologize to her for all the suffering. It's a done deal.
That's him for sure. That was fucking 6 days of looking for him from the time I shot him. And the last place I seen him was about a mile. I looked, Roger and I looked, and me and Sydney looked. And I've been climbing trees and fucking around for a long time. God, I'm glad to have this animal killed. Holy shit. Looks like I hit him in a pretty decent spot for that bow, but tough animal. Had to finish him off with a 300 Win Mag, but we're getting here and we'll get our canoe over here, I guess, and try to find the most water, and we'll paddle out all the way out there and then cross an inlet and get him over to the other side. Got a lot of, I don't know how many trips it will take us, but get him strung up here anyway. Fuck, that feels good. What do you think about that, cousin?
Yeah. Finally.
That's how you fucking do it, though.
That's how you do it. Gotta get them down.
Wound something, you gotta fucking go after it day and day and day and day. And I walked and walked and walked. And it was just sheer persistence that paid off. Fuck, I'm glad to have him down. He
Yep.
would have died, you know.
Oh yeah, he was moving slow. He was acting weird.
He walked, took a couple steps, laid back down.
Yeah, a healthy bull wouldn't ever do that. He would have took off for sure.
Holy smokes. What a deal, man. That's hunting. And I wanted to be able to finish it with a bow, you know, but this is more important, to be able to put that animal out of its misery. And you got a wounded animal, you just got to put your pride aside and take care of it. Yeah, I wanted to kill this with a bow, but it's just, you know, I would have killed it. It's just I wouldn't have been able to find it, and that's not right.
Yeah.
Just hit him a little high, huh, cousin?
Little high.
Little high?
Little high, yep.
Should have. So I was right, about 5 inches. That's what it was.
Yep.
I hit him right here, and I should have hit him more like right here, 5-6 inches.
Close.
Close. Got him. Sydney's back at the cabin, playing cards. I got fire going for her. She's got 375 H&H in there in case she's got in case that brown comes back. And probably making some hot chocolate. I don't see any big plumes of smoke coming from over there or gunfire, so I'm sure she's fine.
When you live on the land, you do the right thing. Sometimes you get rewarded by just sheer beauty. You know you've done something right. The weather works out, sun sets, rain goes away, the wind calms down. That's your reward. That's your karma. That's what it's about. Right now, I feel so blessed to have this animal down. To be cutting up this moose with a great friend, packing it home, hundreds of pounds of meat for my family, after such a long, hard hunt. Not every hunt's perfect, but the important thing is to keep on learning, to develop those skills, to embrace it, to find success in hard moments. It's one thing to have values, but it's another thing to live by your values. It's important to walk the walk and talk the talk. It's super important to have faith, to believe that you're going to be successful, to find something to get you motivated that day and keep on going. As a parent, I often think about, what do my kids think? What does Sydney think if I shoot a moose and can't find it? Will she be disappointed in me? Will she think less of me? You just don't know as a parent, but that also could help drive you to be successful. Hoping we find some deeper water. A little channel through here so I don't have to drag this damn boat. Right, maybe, huh? That's not the channel. Yeah, let's go. Ready?
Yeah.
Rock and push, rock and push. Oh shit.
Huh.
Yeah, we're good. We don't have to pull this across any land, I don't think.
Hope not.
We should take a hard left up here, huh?
Yeah, hard left. And yeah, look for that inlet.
That inlet's good. I just don't know how deep the lake is after that.
Right.
Shit, this is cherry.
It's fucking beautiful. It's all do this every year.
Easy now. Easy. Do this every year. Are we gonna count that as the first longbow kill?
Fuck, dude, I mean, 3 more days it would have died.
I mean, it just goes back to the principle that we fucking always do is first
blood.
First blood, right?
Fucking first blood. Yeah,
Kill-
we had to finish it off. But 6 days later, you know?
That was the
Fucking A, that count.
I like it. We're lucky that brown bear didn't get that animal.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm not talking about you.
I'm talking to you.
I'm not talking about you right now. I still gotta walk to the cabin. This is living.
This is living.
We're coming, Bean. Just come into the cabin, just shut the door, I told her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for a little ride. Those kids know better now. I seen that bull and I told Sydney, I said, Sydney, you might be here for a while. She's like, okay.
Mm-hmm. No, she's old enough.
No baby to watch, no dishes to do.
No fucking little brother to fucking deal with.
Nobody's screaming at her, just got the whole darn cabin to herself. Wood stove, deck of cards. Probably won solitaire a couple times by now. Probably taking a nap. Hell, maybe she's reading a Louis L'Amour book.
Could be fucking reading.
She's reading the Louis and we're living the Louis. Man, I got lucky that damn thing I seen that thing. I would have never found it.
Fuck no. Laying down like that?
Laying down in all this grass. Shit, there's just so much country to cover.
Yeah.
He was way out here.
Way out there.
If he was in that next band of willows over there, shit.
Never found him.
Got to shoot him a little lower next time.
A little lower.
Double lunged him.
Double lunged him.
Just didn't collect. Wouldn't hurt my feelings if that grizzly bear stuck around. I don't feel like having a World War fucking III from the canoe.
Holy fuck.
You could swim faster than we could paddle.
Yep. Yep.
Just paddling like hell.
I'm trying to go.
Don't look back. Don't look back.
I'm really trying to go.
A ways yet.
Ways.
Right there, right. Another one, no peace sign. One more.
Couple more.
One. Just paddle on the left. I got all the rudder.
Oh.
Don't fucking start ruddering from the front all of a sudden. Holy shit, look how fucking pretty it is. That's it. That's it. That's a wrap from the Noco River.